next part, I'm going to need my lovely. Hello and welcome back, my fellow amateurs. It's been so long, and I'm so excited to do a video with you. They finally let me out of the basement.
You missed us cooking.
But so today, with all the lovely Christmas spirit in the air, what we're going to make today is hot cocoa cookies. So they look delicious in the picture. Hopefully I can do it justice. Yeah.
I do.
Oh God. She's back.
No. No. Honey. Well, this is a problem. We'll continue the video after a trip from the hospital.
Alright, so for today's recipe, there are two parts to it. So we'll do it separately. So to start with the cookies, you're going to need a half cup of butter, 12-ounce bag of semi-sweet chocolate. So you're going to need 1.5 cups of flour, all-purpose, or whatever flour you would prefer to use. 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. This was the one I could find at the store if she'd stop slapping things around. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1 1/4 cup of the brown sugar. 3 large eggs. I'm handling this one because I can't trust her not to throw it.
I want to toss it.
1.5 teaspoons vanilla extract. And 25 large marshmallows. So, to start for the icing, you're going to need 2 cups powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder. I think it's leaking because it's old. 1/4 cup hot water.
Editing magic.
1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Sprinkles! Alright guys, so on to the first step. So what we gotta do, we're gonna add our butter. You can't see it, all that chocolate in there. The half cup of butter and the full 12-ounce bag of semi-sweet chocolate. And now, we're gonna melt this. Just like that. So, we're gonna move on to our next step. Okay, so now, this step, what we're going to do is start with our dry ingredients. We're going to mix all of them into a medium-sized bowl. So we're going to do the 1.5 cups of flour. There's the cup. Half. Then we need a 1/4 cup of the cocoa powder. A little extra in there, you know, a little extra chocolate never hurt anybody, right? Yeah. And then we need a 1.5 teaspoons of our baking powder. There's the 1, here's the 1/2. So now it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I don't have a 4th teaspoon. So, you know, we're going to do our best with a half. Just a tiny bit, right? Just a little wiggle in there, you know? And then we're going to mix all these together. So let's whisk all that together. So, next step, we're going to take our 3 eggs, crack them, throw them in here. We're going to put the 1 1/4 cup of the brown sugar, and then we're going to put our teaspoon and a half teaspoon of the vanilla extract, and then we're going to combine those suckers. See you in a second. Okay, so now we're going to add this cooled chocolate mixture to our new sugar egg mixture.
Yum.
And I'm guessing it should look a little something like that. I don't know if you guys can see. Looks a little foamy.
Yeah. Show it again.
Almost a little snotty, if I'm being honest.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to add this in and mix this together as well. Try and get all that delicious chocolate. Okay, so now we've mixed the chocolate and the egg mixture we've got going on. So for the next part, I'm going to need my lovely system to pour in our flour mixture as we mix. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to create the dough. All right, so here we go. Okay, so next step, so we blended everything together. So this, I'm guessing this is what it's supposed to look like. To me, it looks
swirly.
It still looks a little, I guess, watery for dough, but we're gonna roll with it. Hopefully, I didn't mess it up. So the next part is it says to scrape it all down.
His life depends on it, or he goes back in the cage.
And then it wants us, to cover it with plastic wrap, and then we're going to let it sit in the refrigerator for an hour. So, we'll see you in an hour. Alright, so now we've let it sit for an hour. This is kind of what it's come out to be. So now the next step would be, according to the recipe, it says you can use a tablespoon to scoop out a little ball, and then we're going to roll them out. So let's try it. Let's give it a whirl here. So. Don't forget to wash your hands before doing this.
And spray the pan.
Yes, it says to line the pan with parchment paper. I don't have parchment paper, so just spray it with some vegetable oil. That's how that goes. So it says now to roll them into little balls, and I'm going to tell you already off the bat, this is going to get messy. So, get that off my hand. If you need 2 pans, get 2 pans. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dough and we're going to roll it all into little cookie balls. All right, so as you can see, it was a bit messier than I expected. I don't know if the intention is for them to be this messy or if I should have added a little more flour. I don't really know. We're going to trust in the process and hope that this is right. So we've greased our pans. I ended up having to use 2 pans, as you can see. We're going to throw these bad boys into the oven. I've preheated the oven to 325 degrees, or 350, excuse me. I believe these cook for 12 minutes. So we'll see you in 12 minutes. Alright, so while those are baking, we're going to take our marshmallows, and what we got to do is we got to cut these in half. We're going to use each half for the top of the cookie. So it says cut them length, or not, to the side. I don't know what you call it. So we're going to do that. Very, very careful. See, we're going to cut them in half. And we're We're going to do that for however many cookies you're making at the time. I didn't count them, so I'm just going to cut them. We'll see how it goes. See. All right, so this is how they're coming out so far. Not too bad. They're not in any cookie shape, but it's a shape nonetheless. So we've taken them out. They cooked for the 12 minutes. So now we got to take all of our cut in half marshmallows, place it right in the middle of each cookie. And then once you've done that, you're going to place them back in there for about 2 to 3 minutes. And while those cook after that, what we'll do is I'm going to show you how to make the icing for the top of the cookie. All right? All right. So the final part. We're going to make the icing that goes on top of the cookies. So we're going to start with 2 cups of powdered sugar. Next we need 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to need a 1/4 cup of our cocoa powder. Cocoa. Half teaspoon of our vanilla. Finally,
You can eat?
a 1/4 cup of hot water, so I'll be right back. So now, we're just going to mix it all together. See how it comes out. Alright, so now, we have our icing. You can see it from over there. We got our cookies. So after the marshmallows, they cook for about another 2 minutes in the oven with the marshmallows on. So now, take a little bit of sauce and cover each one of them. Just a little bit. After you have generously coated them. You could put on sprinkles or anything else that you would like. I just went and got, the multi-verse of sprinkles.
And also comment below, I told him that's not Christmas.
Yes, I went and got the un-Christmassy one.
If you agree with me, he's wrong. Just let him know, comment below.
And so what you do, you put your sprinkles on, and you let them sit for about 30 minutes to let that harden. Alright, so this is how they come out. They don't look too bad. Feel a little nice and gooey. Marshmallow. Maybe we should have left the marshmallow to brown a little more, but other than that, I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. The icing didn't harden as much as I was hoping. It's
very liquid.
Yeah, it's still pretty liquid.
It's dripping.
But it's not a bad thing. So let's give it a try. Yeah.
Let's do it, guys. Look.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very chocolatey. But I mean, I guess hot chocolate cookie, right? That's what it's supposed to be.
I get a little sugar kicking in already.
The marshmallow, extremely, I made a mess, gooey as well. So all in all, it's pretty good.
I really like the chewy texture. And when I first touched it, it was a little bit hard, but when you bite into it, it's not hard at all. It's pretty soft.
Mm-hmm. They came out real soft, real gooey, but not like undercooked gooey. All in all, I mean, it's really good. It's a to-do for sure. I just wouldn't suggest eating more than a couple of these at a time unless you want diabetes. But to-do.
It looks like someone likes them even more than we did.
All right.
As good as they were, she wants more.
All right. So that's how ours turned out. Don't forget to go down in the comments. Let us know if you gave it a try, if you liked it, to-do, or snafu. So, yeah, give these lovely Christmas cookies a try. All the littles love it.
Push subscribe, like, join all of our social medias, all of that, and we'll be able to make more cookies for this one. Goodbye. Cookie. Cookie.
Until next time.